We're living on a disk, floating through space, with a tiny sun.
And we are finally live. I am very, very sorry about the technical issues. The wonders of modern technology. What can I say, huh? How's everyone doing tonight?
Technology? But what the fuck is that shit?
Yeah, I know, it's awful, isn't it? Like, actually making things work and everything. It's annoying. So guys, I'm very sorry for the massive delay. We're back, and tonight we are going to do a live debunk of In Rem, because he thought it would be a good idea to make a video directed towards me.
Blame the pig.
If you haven't seen In Rem before, Conspiracy Cats has been having a bit of a back and forth with him for quite a while. He's one of the stupidest flat earthers that I've ever seen. And I'm pretty sure he's like constantly drunk. Have you guys seen much of In Rem?
Perpetually drunk would be an understatement.
What about you, Radical? Have you seen anything of In Rem?
I am unfamiliar with the lad, but he's now
me
on
as
my
well.
radar.
Yeah, Brainy?
Yeah, me as well. I'm not sure I know him.
All right, well, yeah, he's in one of the videos he did with the Conspiracy Cats covered, he decided to, for about 20 minutes, just list a bunch of astronomical units, even though he doesn't know what an astronomical unit is. So he literally just spent 20 minutes going, oh, this star is this many AU units away. And his whole point was the numbers were big, so it couldn't be real.
That's ridiculous.
Oh, wait. He was really saying, because the number is so large, it can't possibly be real?
Yeah, pretty much.
Numbers are scary.
Wow. Has he looked at the national debt of the United States recently?
Yeah, that's a pretty large number, isn't it? Right, so I thought we could just play through this video and have a bit of a laugh at the guy. And yeah, so hopefully my laptop is going to hold out. The blessed little thing's on her last legs. I've currently got the back open and it's sitting on a stand about 3 centimeters above a bunch of ice packs to keep it cool enough. So,
Well, I'm from the future, and it didn't end well.
oh man, did I destroy the world?
Well, an office.
Ah, right, an office.
Brainy
Brainy,
Beaver has footage.
yeah, oh yeah, Brainy, did you make that footage public? that
You're
was
muted.
I know you're trying to towel off after the wet show you just did, but you kind of need to unmute if you want us to hear you.
And I need my testicle lump back.
Damn it, he stole it, right?
if you guys haven't seen Brainy Beaver's wet beaver special, then yeah, go and have a good laugh, because you will also get to see Look a Pig's testicle lump.
And I got my chicken.
Hey,
The
Yeah,
doctor
if anything
says
was
it's
directed
not,
at me, I was AFK
yeah.
for a second.
yeah.
the doctor told me it's benign, so I'm good.
Oh, the little mole. Oh, yeah, that poor little thing. I had to kill it. It was so annoying.
Someone told me you put the footage of my laptop explode in public.
Yeah, no, I know. You'd sent that to me in confidence, but I thought it was so funny.
Dude, I'm going to get such a telling off from Mary at HR for that. Like, you know, the NASA guys are going to totally dock my pay for letting that kind of footage out.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't supposed to have the symbol in there. I was supposed to replace it with like a wall photo or something.
But I am going to be getting a new PC in the next few days, hopefully. One of my patrons has been incredibly generous and helped me financially to get a new PC. So that will be coming in the next few days. I'm going to go and get them custom built specifically for streaming and editing and stuff. So hopefully it won't take as long to get videos out for you guys. But anyway, should we get on with this bit of a clusterfuck? Because
You mean it hasn't been one already?
yeah.
I haven't played with voice meter yet, so my clusterfuck is coming. So don't worry. Like, we all get our turn.
Word of advice: give yourself about 2-3 hours to play with it to make sure that it reacts accordingly. Giggity.
So
I plan to dick around first. But even then, the last time I messed around, like connected with people, brought them in and stuff like that through my meets, and then still ended up having a problem that took me like 20 minutes to sort out when we were finally connecting.
Yeah.
It's all different.
So the main reason why things have taken longer than they should have today is because I really, really, really don't want to get porn bombed again. So we're kind of locking down my streams in every way possible and making sure that all the stuff is there to run it through something that no one can jump in and cause any issues.
Well, so I know Pig is begging to ask this question, but I'm going to ask it first. So what does that mean about Professor Games?
What about Professor Games?
Well, you talked about
not letting them in.
Locked down.
Yeah, he's currently barred. Oh no! I know he didn't mean to do what he did. It was naivety of the whole situation, and I bear no ill will towards him. But he should watch his back because I've been noting where he is.
He feels so
Just
bad.
for shits and giggles, I
God
posted
damn it,
the meme.
Pig! No, God damn it! And I can't delete the message, Pig.
What did Pig do?
Well, here's the thing. It's a beauty being on Google Meets because all you jackasses who try to click that link, if you managed to before Pig deleted it, I could just say deny entry.
You got a bouncer.
Oh, it's very secure.
Yeah,
I actually enjoy meets.
It's literally a virtual bouncer. I want to give a shout out to someone in the chat. A new creator, a Logical Troglodyte, has just started his channel, and it looks like he's got some great stuff on there. So if you guys are not subscribed to Logical Troglodyte, then that's a great new debunking channel coming up.
God, I'm gonna have so much trouble pronouncing that.
Go on, try it. Say Logical Troglodyte.
Do it. Actually, that might be fun.
That's no problem. But
Do it.
What the hell? Wait a minute.
Troglodyte.
Can you guys say it for me?
So
Troglodyte.
I smell a compilation coming along. So some sort of shared content between Ragical and a new content creator. By the way,
Say his
that
name.
is Logical Troglodyte.
Troglodyte. I can't get the letters together.
As the only person who has a physical speech impediment, I'm just going to be quiet.
Well, that's an amazing name. I'm gonna click his thing and sub.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
can never tell if it's a speech impediment or a horrible echo because you like call me from the shower, Pig.
Listen, it's not my fault you call me when I'm in the shower, okay? I didn't
called
call
me
you,
back.
you called me.
Yeah, but you called me back while you were in the shower because you didn't answer the first time. So then I get a ring and I answer it and I'm like, "Hey, how's it going?" I'm like, "What's that sound?" He's like, "Oh, I'm in the shower." Whatever. Come on.
Yeah, Pig doesn't have boundaries or like filters. Pig will phone you at 3:00 in the morning whilst in the shower and go, "Can you see this lump? What is it?"
Well, I had picked moments like imaging CC in my head, like with Pig had his phone in the shower, like Samsung said it was good up to 9 feet.
My God.
When I
may not be crying right now.
When I got my first waterproof phone or water resistant phone, because that's the real word, they made me literally sign a document that said I will not dishwash my phone. And I'm like, oh my God, really? And they're like, man, you have no idea how many people keep bringing in dishwashed phones.
Why don't we remove?
Wait, I can
all the
dishwash
labels?
my phone?
No, you cannot.
No. Apparently you
Why would you-
can't.
Why
I'm
would we
going to
even
test this
try?
out because my warranty, the last time that, my phone broke because of water, the USB port was completely fried. Anytime you would plug anything in, it would hit around 100 degrees Fahrenheit, a little bit more. Like, it's enough to burn you.
All right, let me just address a super chat quickly. £5 from Tau Sarnu. Buy some compressed air and new thermal paste for the laptop. I've already done that. I've tried everything to save this laptop. It's its time, There's not much we can do. And $5 from Demonic Davros. Here's some show money. My Patreon payment went through for you too, Craig. Thank you very much, guys. If you want to become a patron, I would really appreciate it, because basically the Patreon is paying my rent now. So that's allowing me to focus my full time on this, which is brilliant. Just so you guys know, all super chats that I get will be going towards the fund for me going to Dallas, Texas for the Flat Earth Conference in November. So if you want to help me with flights and everything, either do a super chat or donate to my PayPal, and all that will go towards making it the best Flat Earth Conference that there's ever been. I think the plan at the moment for the Flat Earth Conference is to try and treat it like a business opportunity, and we're trying to say to them, let us be there officially, maybe even have a panel or something, and try and make it as as harmonic as possible without us going in there and having to cause issues. However, if they don't want to let us, be live, as Team Skeptic has said, we'd just set up a bunch of stands outside with the Earth is round, change my mind type thing.
I would love to be there. I just gotta convince my wife.
Yeah, man. It's going to be epic. I've never been to Texas before, so I'm looking forward to some Texan hospitality from Team Skeptic as well.
Well, and I know what I'm doing. I was like, hey, baby, maybe we take a vacation, get rid of the kids. Because that's how it's happening. It's like me going alone. No. Baby, we're going to go to a nice hotel.
Show her your stubs again. That always worked, right?
Sure. I did show her my subs when we were at dinner the other night, and she was somewhat impressed, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. I'll show my wife, hey, look, I've got nearly 7,000 subs. Yeah, great. Can I carry on watching my show now? When I was saying to her about going to Texas, she's like, oh, so you're going to get a holiday then? I'm like, well, you guys can come as well. She's like, I don't really want to go to Texas. Well, as long as you take me on holiday somewhere else this year, you can go where you want. So I've got her permission to go off on a holiday on my own. And she's the boss.
Patreon is down, by the way.
Sorry?
Turns out Patreon, the website, is down for maintenance.
Oh, lovely. All right. Yeah. Anyway, let's get on with this.
Come on, it's a conspiracy, right?
Oh yeah, totally.
Oh,
Obviously.
Yeah.
Same thing with voice metered banana. I mean, it's as if it's the universe trying to attack us. Or
just a couple more super chats. Splat Earth Theory, £2. Please share my Flat Earth debunking channel. Well, there you go, guys. Splat Earth Theory. I haven't seen it personally, but that sounds like a laugh. Go check it out. And £5, sorry, from Universal Blasphemist. Yam Stupid. Lol.
So right. Now.
Yeah, so let's see what In Rem's saying anyway. Hopefully when I press play, you guys should all be able to hear it. Can you?
Yes, can you share your video on Meet?
Oh, yeah, I need to share the video on Meet.
Yes.
Yeah. 1 second, I will do that.
And all super chats will be read at the end of the video.
Yeah, we'll try and get through this now. So Jared can do his Veterans Weekly. Right, so this is In Rem. For some reason, when he linked me this video, he's like, I'm waiting here, where are you? So, yeah.
You weren't worried he's in your head?
Yo, boys and girls, take an observation of reality. Notice how them clouds out there are gathering the light that's emitted by the sun.
All right, straight away, what does he mean, gathering the light?
Oh, God, he's retarded.
It's collecting in the clouds.
And why would it be collecting in the clouds? Can anyone explain this to me? Like, does he think it's like gathering there?
I know why. I know exactly why. It's the heavenly energy.
Oh, the heavenly energies.
Don't even go there. Because here's the thing. And in Rem, I really hope you're listening, because if the clouds were collecting the light, you wouldn't see that wonderful brightness that's there. That's the clouds reflecting the light towards you.
You cannot see the light if it doesn't come to you.
Yeah, exactly. Someone said the video's a bit loud, so I've turned it down. Right, let's carry on.
The sun is traveling away. And them ones, why aren't them ones up there all intensely lit? They're even lighter clouds.
Wait. Drink.
Yeah.
How in the fuck can he display that? And this is such horrible quality visually. It just looks like a thing of blue with a little bit of crusty cum on the two corners.
Yeah.
Focus.
Are you talking about my walls?
Yes. And the wonderful thing that I have noticed when it is in focus is that the underside of the clouds appear to be lit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but this is one of my biggest problems with flat earthers. They can't use their cameras.
Yeah, no, they either record in like portrait mode, CC. I'm talking about you, or record whilst driving a car, or In Rem goes on so much about how he loves his P900, and yet this is how he uses it.
But Phuket Word definitely knows where the center of the line of sight and the horizon is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Phuket Word's idea is that he just keeps talking so long that nobody can possibly stay awake long enough to actually fully debunk him, because you just end up draped over your like mic boom.
I haven't actually tried that as a method to fall asleep before, but I might now.
He's just so tiring.
93, whatever, 92 million miles away here at the end of February, as they claim.
I stand by the whole claim about driving and recording, because that's Jared's entire channel, 82 mode.
Only in a central vicinity.
Wait. Hang on.
So
I heard something mentioned about a date, and then him saying, or so we're told. Does he doubt the calendar system now?
Oh, I think he doubts anything that he's been told, like in general.
Like the clouds have moved in, and suddenly that's what creates nighttime?
Yeah,
well, they moved Sri Lanka, so, I mean, what else? But how do you get better than that?
Wait, and Branny, if you're going to make that reference, you have to say it right. Daytime. Nighttime. Sexy.
Oh, welcome, Schrodinger's cat. Yeah. Congratulations on your debate with Flat Earth Fokker. You completely destroyed him.
Oh, thank you, sir. And I'm about to win $20,000, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Red Pill Philosophy posted a video of a person who claims to be a Marine Corps sniper that says that the Marine Corps sniper manual does not account for Coriolis force. And
you're talking about Angel Martinez or something, some Mexican dude with the handlebar mustache that twists up at the end?
Correct. And I just happened to...
That is the actual fucking person who booted me from Nathan Thompson's. He is the person.
Really?
He lived in my same city, and then he moved away. He knew my assistant. She was the one that got me into that group.
I have that manual. I have it.
Listening to that guy speak, I doubt he's ever fired a sniper rifle.
Yeah, I don't know if you've played his video or not, where he's like, "Yeah, I'm a combat veteran, and here's how I do. Why it's not in the manual? Because what if you're a sniper and you're aiming in this direction, and then enemy fire comes running up from this other direction? You got to immediately turn and take into account the Coriolis." Yeah. No, dipshit, you don't fucking fire. When that's the case, you're not shooting at a kilometer away. People aren't shooting at you like that. You just move out of the position you're in.
Yeah, I mean, and if you're like talking about the Coriolis effect as a sniper, you're mainly going to notice it if you're shooting north-south, right? That's when you would have to take it into account.
You'll notice it in all directions, actually, depending upon the distance.
Yeah, once you're doing the calculations for a shot more than 1,000 kilometers, you have to account for the rotation of the Earth via
1,000 meters. 1 kilometer.
Yeah. Sorry. Once you go beyond that threshold, you have to start accounting for the rotation of the Earth via Coriolis. It is most exacerbated north-south, but it still does affect you in any orientation. And yeah, if you're coming under fire, you're at less than 1 kilometer engagement there, dipshit.
Right. So do you consider it Coriolis if you're going east-west when it's actually the rotation and not, a shorter drop or a longer drop east-west?
No. Okay, so here's the thing.
The 4 things that this guy said that you account for.
Yeah, I
It was-
watched the whole video. I was gonna do a debunk on him just to make fun of him because I don't like that guy.
Oh no,
You guys-
I'm making one this weekend. It's going to be glorious.
Do you guys want to know what the craziest thing is, though? The longest kill shot in recorded military history is actually held by a Canadian, and it's 3.5 kilometers. It was in
Canadians
Iraq.
aren't real. Canadians aren't real people.
Yeah, sure, that's
know.
fake, obviously.
That's not that.
But 3.5 kilometers. The next closest one is 2.8 by Australian. Like that is 3.5 kilometers. Like you.
Hey,
wouldn't-
okay,
another
Australia's
person
not
that
where.
doesn't exist.
Hold on.
No,
Shut
it's
up,
not.
Brady.
It's not a country. It wasn't about countries. It was actually. That was just added. But what it was really about is the distance. Is the thing is you wouldn't even know what hit you because you would just stop existing. Would you not?
Those are two imaginary countries.
I just want to say to
stats are
the
wrong.
one sec.
So it's part of the conspiracy. That's all I'm getting at.
I just want to say to the person in the chat making soccer counts to dislike, thank you. The activity really helps me get up in the search results. So carry on.
Did you realize that the dislikes are actually likes to the algorithms? It doesn't care.
Yeah. So, dislike all you want, buddy.
Interaction is beautiful. Keep it up, Patrick.
Oh, is it dumb
I
nuts?
guess I'm something to do.
Right, let's...
that sniper, Brainy Beaver, I know in depth about that shot, and that dude is fucking talented.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, I just remember hearing about it. Although there's a recent one. Oh, okay, because the one I knew about was way back. That's the newest one.
We did, when I was at SEAL Team 2, we did a tabletop analysis of that shot. That was glorious.
Well,
Brainy.
hang on. You know what, guys? We can actually talk about the finer details of this on a rather more fitting show that will begin about 10 to 15 minutes after we're done here.
No, that's true. We should get back to the current video.
Right, yeah, let's see what In Rem's saying.
All across the sky, like over there.
What's so special about that cloud?
Towards the south.
I mean, the clouds with the
Them clouds over
undersides
there
bit
in the
there.
south.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
That sun is really 93 million miles away.
Is he
You
going to
wouldn't
say the clouds are
observe
behind
that.
the sun?
So what's he actually saying here? That because the sun's over there, that all the clouds should be lit up?
Yes, because clouds don't stop light, right?
Well, they gather the light.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. Sorry.
Team, what do you think the problem with this guy is? How does he not understand how the light is working there?
Well, actually, when I walked in, I just picked up the mic as we were talking about that sniper stuff. But what's his argument? What is he saying?
He's saying that the sun can't be 93 million miles away because of the fact that over here, the clouds aren't lit up as much as they are over here.
He doesn't understand spherical geometry. He has no conceptualization of the model that he's standing on, that he's trying to visualize what's happening. To him, it confuses the shit out of him because he knows no better. He only can see the Earth as being flat, small, and stationary and close. Therefore, the sun has to be close. And with a close sun, you shouldn't have those observations.
It could also be fetal alcohol syndrome.
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen anyone quite as drunk as this person.
Cocaine syndrome.
Either one.
Oh, right.
They legalize marijuana here. We'll see what happens in a few years.
Be quiet, man. That's a good thing.
Not long
That'll be okay.
for more than a few decades. So
I'm sure people are fine.
Shut up, Dutch.
I'm still
Yeah,
confused
no.
how he managed to make a 20-minute video out of this. Let's see what else he's saying.
And you, flat Earth, fight whatever you fight the flat Earth. I don't delete comments. I don't delete
Sounds
videos.
interesting.
You're free to come to my channel and leave any comment.
Yeah,
Who is this?
Sorry, In
this is
Rem.
In Rem.
Yeah, sorry, In Rem. You say you don't delete comments. Yeah, bullshit.
I genuinely don't know what he's talking about. I think I may have commented on one of his videos a while ago, and he's just got around to responding to it. I'm not sure. But do you believe that he doesn't delete comments, or is he taken some of yours away?
I've never had a comment throughout a day anywhere.
I've seen a couple of mine a couple of years back go away on his channel.
Years back, I've never heard of this guy.
He's been around for almost 5 years. He came on and first really started coming around when the open hangouts and open debates like Flat Earth debates, Flat Earth discussions, Earth discussions, when those channels were active and going on, he would pop in there and he would say, "Oh, go watch this short video I made. It explains everything." I'd go on there, leave a comment about how wrong it was or how he's missing some major critical detail, like a rudimentary education. And funny that those comments aren't there anymore.
Yeah, if you don't know of In Rem team, Conspiracy Cats has been covering him quite a while. And there was one video where he literally spent 20 minutes just listing off a bunch of astronomical units, not really understanding what an AU is, but his whole point was, look how big these numbers are, they can't be real.
No, for fuck's sake. An astronomical unit, you can Google search that in like 10 seconds.
Oh, I know.
Does it feel the same way as about like the size of a hydrogen atom, the average length of like bacteria, stuff like that? That's so astronomically small we'd never be able to see it, but to us, that's a really large number in the other direction.
Yep, and actually,
his videos are almost like watching Alzheimer's in rapid speed.
Oh God!
Yeah, and actually, funnily enough, some of his highlights are actually in a number of Tau Ceti Alpha's full retard mode flat earthers.
Yeah, that's where I first saw In Rem, to be honest.
That are really big and really small, terrifying to these people.
Oh, I don't know. It's like recently, in one of my videos, I said about the size of the universe, which is about 14.26 gigaparsecs in every direction. And that's not just a number I pulled out my ass. That is the number that's come from the bunch of satellites we've had in orbit for over a decade monitoring the CMB. You know? And Mr. Cheswick was instantly like, oh, look at that big number Craig said. He's just made that up and has done a bunch of videos about it. When it's like...
You can't say parsec to them.
I know. One of the people in the comments on Mr. Cheswick's video was, oh, look at this fucking retard using Star Wars maths.
No, yeah, I was going to say.
But let's point out that Star Wars got parsec wrong, by the way. You know, Han Solo said, I can do the Kessel run in under 12 parsecs. Parsec is a measure of distance, not time.
Distance, yeah.
He says that in Family Guy.
Well, that's like 1,000 leagues beneath the sea.
Well,
a league is not a unit of depth; it's a unit of distance. So, does that mean that depth is fake?
Well, getting things wrong is proof.
Well, speaking of the whole Kessel Run thing, here's the problem that they've tried to retcon it with: is it's not a defined course. So if it's not a defined course, if it's just from point A to point B, then you could do it in a physically shorter distance, depending on...
You just went full geek.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Let's not debate the finer points of Star Wars script writing.
Craig, you are incorrect. He did do it in 12 parsecs by literally making a shortcut through some fog.
Oh, okay then.
It wasn't a measurement of time, it was a measurement of distance, because that shows that he went through the danger zone.
Again,
all right, then.
Full geek.
Yeah.
Shut up for...
Right, let's carry on with In Rem's nonsense.
Comment you want. Don't mean I'm gonna respond. By no means. You just try to explain how that hotspot's right there.
All right, who wants to take that?
I do. It's heavenly energy.
Well, I think everything is heavenly energy at this point, but anyone want to give an actual
Did we
scientific
all
answer?
Lemon Bird?
All right, Furball, as you spoke, why is there a hotspot there?
I'm just going to say science that I don't particularly understand and pass it to the next person.
Well, like I mentioned before, which actually, Furball, you weren't in here for, what are clouds made of? They are crystallized water vapor and other particles, which do what? They reflect light. So what's going to happen when you have the sun shining on the top of a cloud of that consistency? Oh, it's going to focus the collected photons relative to where the observer is standing.
Yeah, it's kind of like having a big mirror right there, right?
Did you just talk about the personal atmospheric dome?
No, because it is not personal, because other people observe it as well. But the phenomena and the way it is observed depends on who is viewing it and their relative orientation.
Yeah, it's the same as with the corpuscular rays, right? You know, they're going to look different depending on where you are looking at it.
Exactly.
But a flat earther will go, oh, look, that's there from where I am, so clearly the sun is literally just behind those clouds. I mean, if he's saying the sun is just behind those clouds, the sun's less than like 2 or 3 miles up, right?
Something like that. Wait
So
a
some
minute,
of
they
them
said
have
3,000 miles, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of them, they say 3,000 on most of them, but you'll find people that say stupid shit like the sun is in the clouds, which wouldn't make sense since cloud is made of water vapor and we obviously receive heat from the sun, so that if it was only a few miles up and actually inside of the cloud, we could actually measure the amount of energy coming from the sun at its surface and in its immediate area, and that would be some very unique clouds that don't evaporate at extremely high temperatures.
Well, Meredith Wilson in the chat is saying that they're not clouds, that they're all chemtrails. So,
Craig, I just sent you a picture. I just sent you a picture in Discord, Craig, of the absolute perfect debunk of corpuscular rays.
Okay,
if you could share that.
I have to jump out of the stream, guys, for now and do kid stuff, and we'll maybe be back later and whatever.
Before you go, congratulations on your 1.35 subs. Congratulations on your 1.35k subs.
Yeah, thanks,
good job,
buddy.
Brandon.
Yeah, I need to give you some personal advice from like my life on Earth for a long time. So your name's Brainy Beaver. This advice would be really easy. If you want to come to Dallas, before you ask your woman to come to Dallas, put your brain on her beaver.
Yeah, I'm working on that. I'm always working on that.
You will get a wide open pass to come do whatever you want. Just treat the beaver right. You'll be down here. We'll see you at Dallas.
Was already whittling her a new beaver stick. I don't know. I don't know what
a beaver stick.
But either way, I get what you mean.
Yeah, get her beaver like a mohawk or something.
I've gotten permission to come to Dallas, by the way.
Awesome.
I'll be seeing you in Dallas.
Listen, I didn't get resistance when I posed the idea of abandoning the children and going on a vacation without them.
Won't someone think of the children?
Oh no. Like not just abandoning them alone, obviously, but grandparents. Here you go. Fly to Toronto, drop them off. Here, we're out of here.
I'm sure the kids will be fine. Just leave some food and water.
Yeah, well, no, don't get me wrong.
To have different tables for different. Okay, so you got the physics guy at one table, you got the sailor at another table, you got the chemist at another table. Like they can just go down the row and get wrecked at every stop.
So true.
Like a good beaver.
Right, Tokos Laura says this got weird very fast.
I'm always trying to wreck my wife's beaver. Anyways, I'll let you guys go. We'll talk later.
Yeah, guys, make sure you sub to Brainy Beaver. I'll catch you later, bud.
Beaver. Take it easy, Fred. Craig, we'll see you later.
See you later, buddy. Right, let's see what else In Rem's got to say.
On that cloud where the sun went on its daily migratory path.
What does that even mean?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. The sun is on a daily migratory path. Is that
flies around like an airplane?
That's not a correct way of saying that at all, is it?
Is that a goose?
You got to remember that he is an AE proponent. And by the way, Look-a-Pig, you have quite the offer from Professor Games in the live chat.
No, he cannot have my other testicle lump.
No. He said he would babysit them.
Oh,
what,
Craig, what do you
think
about my analysis of how many ships it would take to patrol the Antarctica?
Oh yeah, it would take many thousands of ships and possibly millions of sailors.
16,000 ships.
Yeah.
Seamen, not sailors.
Oh yeah, and the only thing is, like, all right, I can almost believe, right, the fleet's there, the people's there, but the one thing I couldn't believe is that where's all the fucking shipyards they made all these ships in?
Well, where's all the ships? Because, like I said, we have about 250 serviceable ships.
The supply lines.
Yeah, I mean, they've got a bigger naval fleet than, like, the rest of the world put together.
Right.
Almost double.
Yeah.
No, if you put every navy in the world together, we don't have 16,000 serviceable ships.
Yeah. So
we're not even including the surface ships who are supplying those ships with fuel and food.
And I do have to make a correction from the chat. Lord Muad'Dib said that he sees a dragon. No, that's not a dragon. It's Shai Hulud.
Oh, all right. Let's carry on.
Orbit of the Earth, the supposed orbit of the Earth, totally debunks a spinning ball when you put critical thought into it.
Okay, seriously. The orbit
was that even
of
a sentence?
The spinning. What did he say? The orbit of the Earth completely debunks the spinning ball if you put critical thought into it.
That doesn't even.
The entire sentence doesn't make sense.
No,
make better
that's a bunch of words put together, but they don't have any meaning.
I speak the English better than he does.
You could reach your hand into a bag of words, and it's a better sentence than that.
I know.
I'm from the South, and I speak better than that.
No, this was actually predicted. You do know that plenty of theoretical mathematicians have said that if you give the universe enough time, eventually a bunch of fucking monkeys will put together Shakespeare. This is the beginning of that process. This is one monkey that's able to slightly put human words together to make it sound somewhat coherent, but he still has no fucking clue what they mean.
So
no,
they're evolving.
Oh my god, please don't say they're evolving.
Oh, why did I even suggest that?
Oh, no, wait, none of them believe in evolution.
You don't have to worry about that. Evolution isn't a thing.
They're not evolving, they're revolving around their own stupidity.
Or revolving is spinning, so they don't like that word either.
Soda. Okay.
Alright, what else has he got?
Oh, I wonder.
A lot of silence.
In January, the Earth is on one side of the moon, and nighttime is on one side of the Earth.
Wait,
well, hold on. Technically, he is right. During the daytime, the Earth is on one side of the moon.
He said in January.
In every instance you can think of, the Earth is on one side of the moon. It's literally rotating around it, and it's
brilliant.
Sorry.
Although I just have to say,
lawyer for him.
I just have to say, does he speak with words like every 5 seconds one word?
Yeah, I know, and he still can't get them right.
Oh my god, man!
He's just nervous because he
has plenty of time to think about the next word, but he still gets it wrong.
Can you speed up, VLC?
Oh, excuse me, on one side of the sun.
Oh, there we go.
He's still correct.
Days on one side,
and both
nights on the other. But when you go to June, it's exactly opposite. But yet you have cosmic order, night after night, day after.
Yeah.
Wait, so was he saying that the sky's different in June and January, right? Is that his
that's
point
what
here?
he's trying to say. He's saying that we're debunked because the stars don't change from one side of the sun to the other.
Right. The easy way to think about this is
with a baseball bat and scream scale.
Yeah. Well, just imagine yourself as a microbe on the floor on top of a penny, right? And that penny is spinning round. No matter where you are at that point in that penny spinning round, if you look at the ceiling, you're still going to see the same ceiling because compared to you, it's so far away. Well,
and even beyond that is there actually is a very slight measure of parallax over the course of 6 months.
Yeah, and there is some stars that you can only see when you're at that point of your orbit, right? I mean, it's not the exactly same sky, but the majority of it is going to be because of the scale we're talking about.
Yeah. Which one of us, when we were a kid, didn't look up at a plane in the sky and say, "How is that going so slow?"
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like the further. It's almost like the further something away from you is, the slower its apparent motion. Because that's the thing. That is the difference between apparent motion and velocity and actual motion and velocity.
I just want to play in a loop that video for them. Small, far away.
Oh, the Father Ted one.
Small,
Yes.
far away.
These cows are small. Those cows are far away.
Day,
So I
I want
saw a
to see
video
Grover
of
with
12
near and far.
way before
Hey.
your 2,000-year-old Aristotelian
What?
Oh, so wait a minute.
experiment.
I think he just tried to say Eratosthenes.
And wasn't that 2,600 years ago?
Oh yeah, but what's
not,
a few hundred
not
years?
2,000?
My goodness.
Happened. You got to remember, that was 2,000 years ago. How did this clown, who they're putting in history books as the measure of the circumference of the Earth, how did he communicate with some guy that's 500 miles away?
All right, who wants that one?
Okay, I'm sorry. I was thinking of a problem that I keep saying in my head. But what was his claim?
So basically, he wants to know,
at-
how the Eratosthenes experiment happened when they were so far away from each other. Basically,
Yeah.
What were the actual clock mechanics back in that time frame? I know over the sea it was shit, but
Well-
over the land you should be able to have two clocks that are similar in time.
Right.
Where as if they'd started at a center point with two clocks at a similar time and went to their endpoints, which would have been the two different wells. By the time you were able to measure the exact time, you had zero shadow in your well, and then you walk back to each other, you could compare it.
Well, and even then, over the distance that they were doing it, there's this wonderful thing called prior planning.
Well, yeah, planning.
yeah. I think the
What
flat
was it,
earthers.
69 miles, right? 69 miles between the two wells.
Yeah,
Is that what it
something
was?
like that.
So speaking of planning, I have to say something right now. I saw a video by Josh Lace. He's showing a shadow being cast on the underside of the clouds of a mountain, and that's a 12-second debunk. And still on that video, they were basically not understanding what's going on. So their attention span is less than 12 seconds.
Like a goldfish.
Yeah.
Goldfish have better.
Oh, actually, yeah, no, the whole goldfish 12-second memory thing has been debunked itself, hasn't it?
So you're saying that goldfish are smarter than flat earthers?
I am saying that, and it can be quoted.
Well, flat earthers look at flat earth like it's a religion. So basically, the heliocentric model is we are trying to replace their flat earth model, which is their God, with the heliocentric model, which is our God. And they will do everything they can not to see what's right in front of them in an effort to save their religious beliefs. I mean, this is a belief system we're talking about. You're not going to just show somebody, you're not just going to change somebody's mind with a couple thousand empirical measurements that prove them wrong. It's going to take, them being on their deathbed and having something better, like a more heavenly heaven for them to ever go, oh, well, maybe my belief system is wrong. If those guys are saying when I die, I get twice as much gold in heaven, I'm going to go over there and believe those guys.
Yeah.
Well, Craig and myself and GE tried to bang into this dude's head this past Saturday. If you want to overturn a model, bring a better model.
Yeah.
And he just couldn't get it.
Well, no, his flat earth fuckers thing is that he doesn't need to have a model. Which is, I really don't understand that fucking argument. You're denying that the Earth is a globe, but you're not even attempting to replace it with anything.
Right. He thought that they moved his heart and kidneys and took the key off of his Skechers.
Yeah, no. Do you guys know a flat Earth fucker? The rest of the guys in the chat.
I do.
The mole
I
fucker.
know who he. I know who he is.
Actually
He's always
believes
at the
that they
Flat Earth
moved South
conference,
America.
guys. We'll meet him in person in November. He goes to the conferences.
Now, one of his things is that he goes off on the Mandela effect thing, and he is convinced that not only did they change the Panama Canal position, but they actually moved the entire continent of South America.
And Sri Lanka.
And Sri Lanka, yeah.
Yeah, and they took the T off of his sketchers.
Yeah, though apparently someone broke into his house and like removed a bunch of words and stuff from the books and everything.
He's as crazy as Dave from Deep Inside the Rabbit Hole.
Yeah, so the Mandela effect doesn't work as in the present. It has to be a change that happened in the past that alters things here in the present, not a group of people, right?
All right. Have you not met Von Poopy Pants?
Oh my god!
No, I haven't. Not yet.
I've been in one hangout with the guy, and that was something else.
Oh, you really do need to learn about the majesty of the resident pagan vampire time traveling, dimensional traveling, Punisher, government agent, secret weapon.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Is he Daenerys Stormborn?
Well, most of those people have a misunderstanding of quantum mechanics, and that's where it all comes from. Is they hear these things like quantum entanglement, right? And when you talk about quantum entanglement, you can start to say, "Oh, well, what if the entanglement is not happening here in our universe, but it's happening in a parallel universe? Yeah. Can we exchange information through that? Can we alter a shared timeline using, particles that seem to go backwards in time, which is, quantum information or whatnot?" So that's where they get this idea, but all of that is completely wrong. That's not how the Mandela effect should work, because you wouldn't. Anything quantum sent back is not going to affect the physical world. It's only going to affect the quantum world.
Well, and here's the beauty of it. The person that I'm referencing, yes, also claims to be a space marine, and
no, for fuck's
sake. Here's the real comical crux of it. He claims that where we actually are in the galaxy is not where we should be, and that a city like Boston actually is not up in Massachusetts on the bay. It's actually supposed to be down towards Long Island. And he knows this because he came from an alternate dimension, and he got pulled through when they fired up CERN.
Okay.
Do y'all know the economic term cornering the market?
Yeah.
I've had this thought in my head recently that they're all in a race to corner the market on stupid.
Oh, definitely. Well, let's carry on with this stupid. When he can get the next word.
It didn't happen. It's a fairy tale.
Yes, flat Earth is a fairy tale.
Delude you into thinking you live on a spinning ball. That's all there is to it. Look at that hot spot.
Where's the hot spot?
Yeah, a hot spot would denote increased temperature. You could actually measure the increase in temperature. That's not happening there.
You can see exactly where the sun migrated to.
All right, there you go. So, you just said you can see exactly where the sun migrated to. My God, what a stupid sentence.
The sun lives in the clouds. That's basically what he says.
Yeah. I mean...
Not to mention, as the sun moves, you would see the clouds that are immediately around that sun, you would see them start to expand from just the heat.
Oh, yeah.
Because of the energy, yeah.
I mean, there's so much wrong with this argument. I wish they'd stop making it, because we have airlines that fly higher than the clouds, and they don't see the sun in the clouds.
Yeah,
they see the sun above their head.
Yeah, I've said, when has a plane ever crashed into the sun?
Not many times.
Right.
Talking about the parallel universe things, Tao Sarnu in the chat says that there was a story about a guy at customs entering Japan with a passport from a country that doesn't exist. Interesting.
Was his first name Irving?
Oh my God. Like, I'm pretty sure that
clouds right there are obviously closer to the sun by the amount of observatory light that is being gathered from them than them clouds over there.
Okay, seriously.
Words. I is smart. You is dear.
Is
That just hurt
observatory?
the brain.
I mean, observatory is a word, but that's like the thing you have built at the back of your house, right?
An observatory?
The dumb is so strong.
Yeah. Oh, like, and he keeps saying in the comments how he is so much smarter than us. I mean, it is literally Dunning-Kruger personified, right?
Is he doing high IQ research?
Oh, he must have many tabs open.
He is doing high research. I just don't see any IQ being a part of it.
Yeah.
I bet there's tons of tabs open on his computer.
Yeah, but what is on those tabs? That's the question.
I have lots of tabs open.
A
on my
lot of
computer.
porn. A
Yeah.
lot of porn.
Donkey
It's not
porn,
porn
horse
I'm looking
porn.
at. I have actual research tabs that I leave open because
That's
I'm like,
exactly
I want to
what
read
someone
that.
would say
I want to
without
read that
porn.
later. Well, yeah, I know it is porn.
Yeah.
People are talking about orphan reds in
research porn.
People are talking about orphan reds in the chat. We don't call her orphan reds here. We call her Professor Funbags.
Yes, Professor Funbags. And I claimed my $20,000 here a few minutes ago.
Cool.
So I should be getting a check. That means I can come to Dallas.
Nice.
Well, hold on. You're talking about again that challenge. What he and see that I've started realizing what they're trying to do. It's a gotcha challenge, right? Because they're gonna have a lawyer. They're gonna have they want a sniper there to shoot. Yeah. Well, how can you tell that the sniper's even aiming at the center of the target? How can you tell that it's not wind that's blowing the bullet around? How can you tell that everything's perfectly level? I mean, there's so many things that are going to have to go into that challenge that it's really not. It's worth if he can lay out the rules ahead of time and you can.
Yeah, it's the same thing as the Flat Earth Hero, but he did say that the sniper manuals do not account for.
Right, he says they don't, which they do.
Force. So I just posted a link on that page that shows, because I have the manuals, and yes, they do account for gravity and the Coriolis force. And I posted the manual and said, "Hey, where's my $20,000?"
Well, let's see.
With the Coriolis force, when you're shooting a gun and you're shooting it at long distances, what you just have to realize is how the target is going to adjust. That's it. It's a minute adjustment. It's not like you're looking at the target moving, a quarter kilometer from its current location relative to you because it's at a higher latitude. That's not what's going to happen. You're going to get like a probably 12 to 18-inch drift, depending upon which way you're firing. If you're firing directly north, it's going to be east. And that's at shots that are over a kilometer or more. It might not even be that much. That kind of drift may happen over 2 kilometers or whatnot.
Yeah.
Well, so
I think their biggest problem with the whole Coriolis effect is that it's referred to as a fictitious force, and they can't get over that. It's the same way that they can't get over the fact that we call things a theory when that basically means that it's a fact.
Or maybe
it's
the most famous quote: "It's Photoshop." Because it has to be.
Right. And in most cases, when you're talking about things like sniping and artillery, we don't do the equations. We have charts already pre-made for these things. Okay, I'm going this direction. I'm shooting at 180 at 6 kilometers. Here's my adjustments. These are pre-made, but they're based on equations that you can go back and derive, or you can go back and look, okay, how did we make these?
Yeah, and the charts are essentially, I'm at this latitude in this direction, trying to hit a target at this distance, and then it tells you what elevation to set the gun to.
Yeah.
Right. And a lot of these things, there's software that it's already built in.
Yeah.
So
right.
You just
let's get on with In Rem.
Right.
More shooting people later.
There's actually sniper rifles nowadays that it's pre-built into the scope.
I prefer Kentucky windage.
Yeah,
Hey,
Guinnessin in the chat
I
has
gotta
just
dip
said.
out.
Oh, all right, mate. Thank you very much for joining. Guinnessin has just said that.
Family stuff.
Cheers, buddy.
Later.
Guinnison said the Coloros thing is not a force; it's an effect. That's right. It's referred to as a fictitious force, but it's only something that comes into play when you move into a rotating reference frame. So yeah, it's not really a force. It's an apparent force that is there because of something moving into a rotating reference frame or being in a rotating reference frame. Anyway, let's see what In Rem's got.
You start getting closer to the radius, and you start getting your hot spot. Now, how could that be
What does that mean?
if
That's
the
not
sun
You get
was
closer to the
93
radius, you
million
start
mi-
getting a hot spot.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
what that means. Like, is that just word salad to him? I guess.
Yeah, it's the same thing. He's just putting words together without any actual context to them.
miles away? And no, fight the flat earth, cool.
Oh, he called you out.
Oh
I
man,
don't debate anybody on this. I've already gathered the information and the data. Done.
So he doesn't debate anyone on this because he's already gathered the information.
How could
gathered
he
the information.
possibly be wrong? How
Yeah.
could he
I would love
possibly
him
be
to define data.
I hear this a lot from flat earthers. I don't need to debate you because I've already done the research. There's nothing to debate. No, that translates as you're fucking terrified for me to rip your theory apart live in front of a few hundred people.
Hold on,
Basically,
Craig. He just convinced me. You're wrong. He's right. He just convinced me.
What,
mean,
like
That's a solid argument.
just by calling me
I
a
love
fool? Well done. He won.
All right, let's wrap up, guys. We're done here.
Yeah, everyone go home.
some experiments, compiled all of the information, the data, and the experiment results together,
Where did you do that?
and discerned over it with a non-biased, non-prejudiced, unopinionated, critical
That
thought
sounds
and
like a
reason.
little bit of projection going on there.
Oh, just slightly.
Oh, non-biased, not in a like. Yeah, he spends most of his photos calling people globetards and religious idiots and stuff. There's no bias there at all, is there?
No, I'm telling you, Radical nailed it. Video done, proven, flat Earth. Non-biased.
Yes.
Oh my
He
god.
said the NB word. He must be meaning the truth.
Oh, obviously.
Exactly.
That's something you don't do. You just regurgitate the bullshit that they've taught you from.
I do believe the
Grade
official term is
school.
horseshit.
Yeah.
And that-
And I've got to point this out. Grade school, is that, that's not really a term we use in the UK. Is that like, really young kind of primary school type age?
Primary. That's
That
primary.
is primary school.
I'm
yeah.
sorry, but I don't remember like being taught about celestial mechanics and stuff when I was in primary school. Do you?
No.
No, I wasn't either.
Oh, yeah,
But
no,
they
you
do.
go-
They will give you a basic understanding of constellations. You do actually talk about the celestial sphere, not in like astronomy terms, but that's general knowledge that you should have by the time you leave 5th grade. In my opinion, that's 12 years old.
Well, and even then, depending on the school system you're in, some primary schools actually go through what would be termed middle school,
Yeah.
which is the 8th grade, which in 7th and 8th grade, my science classes actually did get into quite a bit of the celestial mechanics just from a very basic understanding of it.
Well, it's funny because I saw a video of a guy, I think he was from the UK, maybe Scotland, on a farm, and he was pointing at the sun, saying that it didn't make sense how the moon was illuminated, and it was during the daytime. And I sent him a screen cap of he was pointing at the moon and quibbling about how it was illuminated. And it couldn't have been illuminated by the sun. And I said, look at your finger. His finger was illuminated exactly like the moon was.
Wasn't that a video by the Mind of God that you're talking about?
I don't even remember.
I'm pretty sure he's standing on a golf course or something, and he's looking at the moon and the sun in the sky at the same time. and the fact that the moon is like half illuminated, and he's saying that he doesn't understand how the whole thing isn't illuminated, even though.
But his finger was. He was pointing at the moon, and his finger was illuminated exactly as the moon was. And so I took a screen capture of that and sent it to him and said, look at your finger and look at the moon.
That's a Bruce Lee thing.
What's the problem?
Man, right, let's carry on.
That's all there is to it. You're an idiot, fool. I didn't delete a comment.
Ding.
One.
Yeah, I have it right here.
So don't come at me and tell me I did.
You know what? He is right. He did.
I
not
wouldn't even delete one I left
comment.
off your.
He is correct. He did not delete a comment. He has deleted dozens of comments.
Yep. Just, typical honest.
So we're wrong again.
Oh, obviously, always.
It's winning, guys. What's going on?
I know.
Channel, fool.
Did he just say fool?
He did.
And I try not to edit. I try to proofread my stuff. I have to, because Google changes every.
Wait, did he just call Google Joogle?
Did he just say Google?
What a dipshit.
Joogle.
Wow.
That's a new one though. I've heard YouTube and I've heard a few other ones. I've never heard of it as Joogle. That's
I've heard of Bugle.
Aside from being racist, that's pretty creative actually.
Yeah. Joogle.
Points for creativity.
Oh man, we shouldn't tell him that he's going to use that all the time now.
Comment that I make. I have to proofread 2 or 3 times to get my comments right. Fool.
And still, they're fucked up.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't watched this whole video.
So intense right there. Why isn't it? But it sure is right there.
Poor guy.
So just for reference, Joogle.com actually exists. It's under construction.
Really?
Yeah, it does exist.
Oh, brilliant.
Nice.
I mean, I didn't actually watch this whole video. Like, I just saw how he called me a fool.
You fucking idiot. Come at me, boy. There's nothing to debate. Let's go measure this curvature that you're all claiming's already been done.
Yeah, no, actually, Jeranism did that for you. It's all good. Don't worry.
I like that Jeranism is on our side.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I explained it with longitudinal lines.
Oh, interesting.
By the method that I use, it's a non-fallible method. You go out on high tide with a bunch of people, 50 yards.
Yeah, non-fallible, which, guess what, in Rem? That also means it's not scientific.
No.
Indeed.
I'm not sure non-fallible is a word.
No.
Infallible is, but I'm not sure non-fallible is. I'm looking that up right now.
Oh, I have to fire one of the intercontinental facepalm missiles by Jeff Spikers. A fellow Dutchman, I think.
Yep, do it.
Yards apart, and you stake the high tide water line. And then you set up your instrument at the beginning at a certain elevation. And you take your engineer rule at the next point of interest and you shoot across. And you will have the same elevation as your instrument is set up at.
What is he even talking about?
I don't know.
He's using the same instrument that Trump used to measure ISIS, 100% complete.
I mean, if you guys, English-speaking guys, don't understand it, look at me. I have to translate it to Dutch.
Radical, can you shit me?
And you can't deny it.
On its way.
I mean, you can deny it, but it would be an observable fact. You've never seen water in a large body, a large mass of water, form a ball.
I have.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of my life looking at curved water.
Yeah.
I spent a number of years quite literally living in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Does that count?
I spent years living underneath it. Does that count? Oh wait, was the submarine that I was in CGI?
All of it is.
Oh, that explains a lot.
Every evidence you
under
can
me.
provide me. Every
Were you ever outside
non-fallible
of the?
evidence you can provide me is.
Were you
CGI.
ever outside of the submarine while you were under? Yes or no?
No.
How do you know you were under?
Because the submarine shrinks with pressure.
Pressure. You could be inside of you could be inside of a pressurized container inside of the sub, and it could mimic that. Go watch a movie called Ascension. Go watch or not a movie. I'm sorry, a television show called Ascension. These people are convinced they're on a spaceship the entire time.
Okay.
How am I looking out over the horizon with night vision goggles at midnight?
No. I agree with you guys that y'all were there. I'm taking the facetious conspirator role, but literally,
hey, that's my
if
job.
you're in a sub and you go underneath the water and you're convinced you're underwater the whole time, they can fake everything else outside of that. Now you really are in the water. I mean, you would have to have a container that's large enough to hold a sub and all the things that to generalize to replicate the pressure differences with depth, all that.
You're putting too much into it.
But but we're just not important enough to lie to that intensely. The more logical explanation is that he was on a sub and he went down, and the pressure of the water, crushed down on the sub with depth due to gravity.
Yeah, well, Wonder Toad is asking.
So many of us would have to have been in on this deception.
Yeah.
That it's impossible.
Wanton Toad asks how much does a sub shrink, and the answer to that is up to about a foot in reality. One of the things that we did was you literally put a bit of string between one bulkhead and the other, and as you go down in depth, that string will get a bend in it. Starts sagging. So it's literally, it can be up to like a foot that the sub will shrink with the pressure.
Now I have to ask whose foot.
Exactly. One of the things that occurs, Craig, is they're actually, when you go to sleep, they sedate you. Then they move you to a new facility. The walls of the sub, everything is on just essentially little types. Best way to put it would be just basic hydraulics, right? The walls are movable.
Right, but who are all of these they? Like, there has to be tons of these they.
Yes, penguins.
Armed penguins.
Do you mean tons by weight, or do you mean tons by count?
Either.
Because if you say there needs to be tons of people, I need to know how many tons and what's the average weight of this person, so I can
one
determine
look a
a
pig.
number. Oh, that's two tons a person.
Hey
Burn.
now, don't be talking about 2 tons of fun that way.
Because he has
I didn't
big
say it
balls.
wasn't fun. I didn't say it wasn't fun. I just was empirically measuring
when
Rick's balls are so big, his balls orbit each other.
When you were moderating for me, Craig, I just had so much material I couldn't even get to it all.
I know. I wish that had like an extra hour on that debate.
MAD, magnetic anomaly detection. When he was talking about that, you have to use your senses. If a surface ship is looking for a sub, they use MAD, magnetic anomaly detection.
Mm-hmm.
We're not using our senses.
No.
We're literally looking for anomalies in the magnetic forces of the Earth.
Yeah, it literally distorts the magnetic forces of the Earth, and it can pick that up as like blips of long.
So you don't have to always use your senses. And I tried to get through to him with showing him my voltmeter, and he just couldn't get it.
Yeah.
Well, the senses argument's a bad one because, and I made this in a comment of this in one of my previous videos. We have like 7 liters of blood in us that is constantly in motion, nonstop, and the only time we feel it, the only time you'll feel it is during points of high blood pressure.
Yeah.
Every other time you will not feel it. You won't even hear it. Go into this is what for people that want to challenge their senses, try this out. Go into a true sound room, which has a legit reduction in dB. Sit there for about 10 minutes and then tell me how you can hear your blood pumping around your ears. Not just hear your heartbeat, but you can hear the of the blood passing, the friction of the blood on the vessel. You can hear that in your ears.
All I hear is tinnitus.
Right, let's get on with this nonsense.
You've never seen water stick to the outside of its container.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
You may say, well, the water's in the ocean. Well, if the Earth was spinning at 1,040 miles an hour at the equator, all the water would migrate to the equator and be ejected. You fucking idiot.
Ding.
Do the math.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So he thinks that the centrifugal force would fling the water off.
Is math that hard for them?
Obviously.
Yes.
Obviously.
At the equator, I believe it's an additional 0.3 newtons at the equator that would be acting on a 1 kilogram object, where it's 9.8 newtons holding it down. The numbers might be off a little bit. I'm going off of a previous video I've done. I've actually done this calculation. It's legit like nothing. It's like 0.3 newtons.
The average person would weigh a pound less at the equator than at the pole.
Yeah, Bob, the science guy, is in the chat, and he actually, I think he calculated how fast the Earth would have to be going for stuff to fling off. So, if Bob, the science guy, if you can remember what your calculations for that was, how fast the Earth would have to be spinning for things to fling off. I think it was like 88 times as fast as it's going now or something, to actually create that centrifugal force.
He wants to join.
Oh yeah, Bob, come in, check Discord, man.
I think it might be like 0.3% is what it is. It's either 0.3% or 3. I don't think it's 3% because you would have a huge discrepancy in weight. So I think it's 0.3%.
Yeah, 0.3% sounds about right.
0.3%. So you have to.
The garage, not the shed rage guy, but the garage rage guy. He showed us with a.
Daniel Pratt.
There we go. Bob Science Guy says the Earth would have to be spinning once every 84 minutes for the centrifugal force to be enough to fling the water off.
Is that to fling it off, or is that just to match the force of gravity pulling it down?
I think that's probably to match it, and then any faster than that, it would literally be flinging it off. But
the answer is 42.
Oh, the answer to everything is 42. So yeah, let's carry on.
That's actually slower than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Just from using my senses.
Come at me, bitch boy, you ball-sucking bitch boy.
No, that's non-biased.
Come at me, bitch boy, you bull-sucking bitch boy. Best sentence I've heard today.
Why are these people so obsessed with sucking balls?
Oh, I know, right?
Delano TV has made a trend or something.
Yeah, I mean, Delano TV's argument nearly turned me to a flat earther because, suck my balls.
Must be flat.
That's a compelling argument.
Yeah, absolutely.
I ain't afraid of you.
Yes, you are.
When a helicopter creates its lift, the rotor starts spinning and drawing all the air from above and pushing it below. That is what creates the lift of a helicopter.
No, it's not.
No. Just no.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
For fuck's sake, indeed.
Like, in fact, the whole thing with a helicopter creating lift and that, it actually destroys the argument of gas pressure not being, you can't have gas pressures next to each other because it's creating a lift by creating higher gas pressure, right?
Well, the thing is, the air has to go faster under the rotor than over the rotor, so it creates a. I think I said that backwards.
A pressure.
Right. It creates a pressure differential.
Yeah.
And that's how it creates lift.
Right, if you guys just bear with me 1 second, my daughter is crying. Talk amongst yourself, be back in 2 minutes.
He left us.
All right, it's time to start a revolution. We're going to kill him. Yeah, no,
but he's already so close. I mean, we just have to wait, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Did
That
you
delicious
see
It's okay.
where the guy wanted to take over Denmark and take over the government with other flat earthers and then overthrow the government?
Oh, yes.
Well, here's the thing. All you have to do is declare that you overthrow the government, just as Trump declared ISIS is 100% defeated.
Yeah, that's how it works, right? You just make.
But you gotta have a problem there.
Apparently.
I declare I am
big
supreme
problem.
emperor of the planet.
Hey.
Denmark, where the
You're not
Vikings
supposed to
live.
be here.
But he also wanted to
Well, he's
sign-
gone. Let's talk crap about him.
Hey,
Okay,
Bob.
good.
How you doing, Bob?
Oh shit, he's back.
Yeah.
Scatter.
Hey, Bob, congratulations on your
Hold on, I gotta
5,000
go.
subs, buddy.
Oh, I
you do
gotta get the
skeptical? What did you
other.
say?
I gotta get the YouTube off so that I'm not getting the echo. How you guys doing tonight?
Hey, not bad, Bob. Yourself?
Oh, not too bad. Not too bad.
Congratulations on your 5,000 subs.
I got
Oh, yeah,
5,001, almost 5,200 now.
That's not bad going.
I
Growing
mean, it
pretty
was
fast.
amazing.
Yeah,
200 in a day.
yeah, it feels good, doesn't it? You're going to be.
Oh God, yes. I had a
growing.
video today. Had 112,000 minutes of view time. One
Nice.
video today that I released this morning.
That's
Damn.
I
That's
listened
good.
to all your stuff. It's great.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm designing a flat Earth map right now. I'm almost done with it. I
Don't-
wanted
you're gonna-
to
you're
pop
gonna
in
give them
here,
ammo.
though, and do it. I figured they can't design one, so I might as well do it for them.
Yeah.
It actually works.
Oh, don't say that.
But by works, do you mean it makes for a great dinner plate, or are we
No, it
talking
works.
pie dish?
No, you can actually figure stuff out on it. I finally figured out how to do it. Well, you got an interesting guy in the chat here.
Oh yeah, it's PMars and his 1,000 soccer cannons.
No. We have agreed. Someone like that, we are going to start using their real name. Hi, Miss Patrick Marsden. How are you tonight?
Oh, hi Patrick. Right, on with the stupid.
And all of the air around the helicopter, whether the wind's blowing or not, gets washed downward. The helicopter creates its own lift, and it totally defies the spinning ball Earth. Because
on
when
with
that
it.
helicopter, as
I know,
soon
man,
as
God
it
dang, just
created
like
its
talk,
lift
like-
and started to
So
lift,
nervous.
the Earth would most definitely
Hey, Greg, we
spin
need slow-mo.
out from under the helicopter.
Oh my god, it's the Phuket word argument, isn't it?
It's
Oh.
like he said, there's up.
I thought that was the
things
Daniel Pratt
and there's
argument.
Down things, and the up
it's two of 'em.
things they overcome the down things.
Yeah.
That's
Greg.
Well, that argument doesn't take into the fact that we have conservation of momentum. It's a simple physics answer that they just refuse to accept because they still believe that it's okay to toss a ball up while driving 100 miles an hour and the ball come right back down in your hand in a car. But for some reason, it's not okay for that to happen in the atmosphere.
yeah. It's just
Well,
extra-
helicopters don't fly; they just beat the air into submission.
Yeah.
Red Skull. I need another facepalm, please.
On its way. I'll alert the crew.
Okay.
Why does it take an airplane, a jet plane, the same amount of time to fly from New York to LA as it does for that same plane to refuel and fly back to New York, with New York spinning away from LA being at the 45th area parallel at around
Bob.
But that's not exactly true.
Well,
Yeah,
it takes the
planes
same
are-
amount of time because it's the same distance. The only thing you have is headwinds and tailwinds.
Right. And so there is a slight difference.
Yeah, I was going to say there's a slight difference, but it's not because of rotation. It's because of the wind resistance and the jet streams, I believe.
Yeah. It's just
Well, no, we have prevailing westerlies in the United States, so the wind comes out of the west and goes to the east. So it takes a little longer to fly west than it takes to fly east.
But it's not to do with the rotation of the Earth, obviously. It's just
indirectly. Indirectly.
Oh, indirectly, yeah, because the Coriolis effect is
That's why we
creating
have
the westerly winds, yeah. But he's trying to say that because the Earth is spinning, obviously the plane would have to be catching up with the Earth.
Well, that works out really well because you could rise in a balloon in New York and you would exceed the speed of sound and be in Los Angeles in 3 hours. It's a really cool trick.
Why
Think all the gas we'd save.
Yeah, why are we spending all this money on aviation fuel? We can just get up in a hot air balloon.
Yeah,
Well, hell,
they
I
think
mean,
that
jump
the
really
atmosphere
good.
should be totally uncoupled from the surface of the Earth, and it's just not the way that happens.
I need to interrupt. Hey, Craig, we need slow-mo on the live chat.
Do that on your dashboard.
2 secs.
Your live dashboard.
Live control room. How do I? I've never put slow mode on before.
Info and settings. Advanced.
There we go.
Slow mode.
Enable.
Right there,
slow
second
mode.
one.
There we go. Okay, right. More stupid from the stupid.
750 feet per second. That's about half of what it is at the equator. The equator is 1,040 miles an hour, which equals to 1,500 feet per second, fool. That's faster than most every modern handgun produced today shoots its projectile. And
no, it's not.
Why did he say it like that?
Projectile. But like, okay, I have military people here. Who wants to take how wrong that is?
I'll handle this. A standard 5.56 muzzle velocity is about 2,000 miles per hour.
So yeah, it's not moving.
It's almost 4,000 feet per second. I mean, that thing hauls ass. That's how it works.
Yeah, if you want to go up to a 50 cal, then yeah, you're way faster than that. If you want to go to a 25 millimeter round, then you're even faster than that.
Yeah, it's a bit ridiculous that when they come out with these kind of claims, and they've clearly done like no research of actually what these speeds are.
And that was my point. And math. You don't know what you're talking about. So how are you going to overturn a model that you don't understand?
But they don't need a model. They keep saying
well, no, but they want to overturn a model, and they don't understand the model that they want to overturn.
Yeah, it's.
And that's ultimately the best way for them to prove us wrong is to show us something that says, "Look, you guys predict this, we predict this, and we're right here, and you're not." You know, and every other prediction that you can make, well, we can make that as well, but there is this one prediction that you can't make that we can. Boom, done. It's no longer a globe, it's flat.
Like, do it better. Do what we do, but do it better, and then we're done.
Yeah, exactly.
you want to come at me as I'm some idiot fool, bitch boy?
Yep.
Yes.
Go
yes,
right
I do.
ahead.
I am right now.
There won't be a debate. You want to measure and get some real observable fact? Then let's do it. But don't come at me with some want to debate, because you don't know shit about what you're debating other than the fact what you're regurgitating what they told you.
It's as what you're doing in this video, because you didn't just wake up one day and say, oh my God, the earth is flat. What you did is somebody said, hey man, look, the earth is flat. And you were like, no, it's not. And you're like, yeah, there's so many YouTube videos. And you went and you watched them and you went, oh my God, it is. Look at this. I can look outside and see that the sun is in the clouds.
And then he went and bought.
Yeah,
and then he went and bought a P900 and tried to prove it even more.
He fucking went full retard mode with just as Tau City Alpha says.
Yeah.
Well, there ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about that. You never even investigated the flat Earth reality. You only assumed from the beginning that it was horseshit. And don't worry, I did too. In fact, when I kept hearing about the flat Earth on my YouTube channel a few years ago, I totally disregarded it for over 6 months.
Nailed it.
Well, it took only 6 months of watching stupid flat Earth videos to go, yeah, the Earth's flat. Now, I love when they say that I've not investigated this at all, because how the fuck do they think I write my scripts?
Because we investigated. We find that it's bullshit.
Yeah.
You don't. The NSA does it for you.
No. And the thing is, when I first came into this, I had the knowledge, you know, but I didn't understand a lot of the flat Earth arguments. And that's the thing, because they've got these arguments which they think are so solid, it just reinforces that idea for them. And because they can't understand the basicness of why that idea is wrong, they just fall into it, and then it's a cult.
Yeah, my first experience, I didn't even know that flat Earth was a thing. I was literally on Facebook, and someone shared a photo that they had gotten from someone else that showed a tennis ball spinning with the water coming off, and they were like, "Is this what really happens?" And the lady was like, "Oh man, do you think the Earth is really flat?" And she wasn't even asking me; she was just posting on Facebook, and I looked at it and I was like, "Oh well, damn, that is kind of crazy, right?" I mean, like, you have a tennis ball spinning and water's coming off of it, and we're moving at 1,000 miles per hour at the equator. But it took me 10 seconds to go, oh, but angular momentum is a thing.
0.000694 RPM.
Folks,
huge amount of difference in RPM or angular momentum in the two different examples.
Yeah.
Hey guys, my son just came in here. He really wants to talk for like. I'll give him 1 minute if you will all give him 1 minute to just talk back and forth to you.
Absolutely. He's not a flat earther though, right?
No,
that's still Kittens.
Flat earther.
Kittens is cool.
So, didn't you know I'm making a superhero franchise? And I already have connection to you two.
Oh, wow. That sounds good.
Yeah, already a bunch of people joined.
That's awesome.
And I'm going to mention you guys in the third Winston Pals Reunite series.
Heck
cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You the man.
Yeah,
He is the
there's
man.
also going to be a short scene about you guys trying to copy us to make you guys look cool.
Yeah, we're going to steal all the ideas.
Yeah.
I'm already writing them down.
Oh, he's
I'm worried about this superhero franchise, and I have a question that
you got 30 seconds.
I have a question that I think you guys might be able to answer.
Go on
So
then.
I've been wondering, should I make the solar flare movie first, or should I introduce myself?
Introduce yourself first, man.
Okay. Yeah, and now introduce Mysterion because he's my sidekick.
Cool. Yeah, introduce yourself and then tell people what you're going to do and then do some cool videos.
Okay.
All right, go play.
That's the best order, yeah.
Close the door.
Cool kid.
I'm sorry. He has Asperger's.
Nope, that's cool. Absolutely, I understand.
Dude, you don't have to apologize. He's welcome anytime,
Yeah,
especially
man.
on my stream.
He's going to come in and ask actual questions. I'm happy with that.
He thinks that he's famous if he comes in here and talks to y'all.
Oh,
Are you
bless.
kidding me? He's more famous than most kids his age. How many people we got watching?
A few hundred.
A few hundred people have just seen him. I didn't have a few hundred people watching me until I was put on that circus show as a teenager. The weird one where all the people with deformities go. Yeah, then I had a couple hundred people a day watching.
Oh, you mean you were a circus freak?
Yeah, but he's so much more popular than I ever was. And
But yes, since when is a mullet a deformity?
Since when is what?
But yeah,
Since when is a mullet a deformity?
I think it's more looking like a Lego figure is a deformity.
Yeah.
Red's Rider on the.
But they wouldn't leave me alone.
Ringling Brothers.
So it was my whole intention to
wait, the
prove
guy's
that
talking,
Earth
yeah.
was a spinning ball orbiting the sun, orbiting the Milky Way, hurtling through the
Wait.
infinite
Did you just say the
space.
sun is orbiting us?
I think so.
I want to address that. He did open up with, "It was my intention to prove that the Earth is a globe." Well, where did you fail? Like, I would really wish a guy would come on and say,
"Yeah,
I mean,
I would say basic maths and science."
Yeah, basic understanding and spatial awareness. But I just want to know where it is. If you really wanted it, to me, it's like those people say that to give themselves justification for knowing that they're saying something stupid. Saying, "Well, I tried." We always say somebody does something stupid. You didn't think of that, and they're like, "We had thought about it, but I didn't." No, you didn't. You didn't think about it, because if you would have thought about it, then you wouldn't have done the stupid thing you did.
Yeah.
You're just saying you thought about it, so it gives yourself justification for being as stupid as you fucking are.
And the more I delved into it, I was prejudiced towards the ball when I first started my research. And because I think critically and I have good reasoning skills...
I'm calling bullshit. I'm calling bullshit right there.
Watching YouTube is not research.
No. It even before that, I went into this to do this. That's called confirmation bias. That's not thinking critically.
Oh yeah,
but
absolutely
remember,
right.
He said he was unbiased.
Oh yeah, but he's also just said he was biased.
I'd like to point out, Tekatron nailed it in the comments. He started failing at that he started failing at the Fisher-Price shapes in the holes.
Yeah,
that's when he started failing in life. He's like, "Wow, the circle does not go into the star. Why? There's flat. If you're a globe, this should work, but it's not because it's flat. I'm just gonna stick with that story and be a fucking idiot monkey all my whole life."
Ding. Man, I love the fact that ding has become a thing. In my general life, if I say the word idiot, I then have to say ding.
Ding is Mark Sargent. Ding.
Yeah.
That's basically my go-to now.
And I let the evidence speak for itself.
YouTube videos with just the word ding.
The conclusion is hardly factual.
Ding.
Earth may not be totally flat. We got mountains and valleys. But it sure ain't no spinning ball, you ball-sucking, ballless bitch boy.
I'm a ball-sucking, ballless bitch boy again.
What does that even mean?
I don't know.
It's like a triple insult, man. That's just really good. It's creative. You got to give him an A for creativity.
Oh, he's had a few creative ideas today. That's for sure.
That took some thought to string that nonsense together. So maybe he is critically thinking about his insults.
Well, he did invent a new word.
Yeah.
Sean Hawkins just said, "Boob noodle is mine."
He did earlier in the video. He invented the word non-fallible.
Yeah.
So he is a pretty intelligent person by that definition right there. He invents words.
Go ahead. You really think that plane would be the same when the plane flight from New York to LA would be the same when New York is traveling away from LA at 750 feet per second?
Wait, sorry. New York is traveling away from LA?
That's what he said.
Is North America just like separating itself?
No, he thinks the plane in the air is separated from the planet.
How long is it? Unfortunately, every now and then it does. So
they did move Sri Lanka, so
it's moving, but not that fast.
We had Mount St. Helens kind of moved half of it somewhere else.
Oh yeah, that's sideways.
That's over 500 miles an hour.
An hour?
That's faster than most modern planes. Or right around their peak limit, I should say, for modern transport planes.
Yeah, but if he was in a balloon, he could go a lot faster.
I didn't fall off the turnip truck yesterday and decide to be a flat earther, if you want to say that. I call it more of a reality realizer.
Oh, that's a new one. What? He's not a flat earther, he's a reality realizer. Oh my god.
He has realized that realize, guys.
So is that like an influencer? Like a YouTube influencer?
Oh, I don't know.
That's my favorite thing that I see on all the conspiracy. Like they all share that one meme. Realize, realize, realize. They're like, yeah, you fucking idiot.
Well, no, and
physics-
that's when I love to point out to them that all you have is a belief, and at the center of belief is a lie.
Mm-hmm.
Water totally, when you think about it, totally
Don't say it.
destroy a spinning ball.
And why?
See how bright that is right there? Why ain't it so bright over there? That's at the same elevation of them clouds, and it should be the same distance away, you fucking fool.
You know, your brain matter is exactly the same as Einstein. Where did you go wrong?
He should apologize to his brain.
He should apologize to a tree.
Wait.
Yeah.
So
that was the greatest joke ever. Apologize to a tree.
Yeah.
Well, and here's the thing. So I'm not the only one who has seen The Simpsons. Has anyone else thought that this is Ralph Wiggum grown up and on crack?
Well,
yes, sir.
What about the hillbilly guy?
Cletus.
What I want to do is the Family Guy. What's the? And I apologize. That gay dude that from the South. And he's like, I know.
Oh, Big Gay Al.
Big Gay Al.
Big Gay Al.
Lemon Bird?
I want to make
Mr. Cheswick.
Oh, Mr. Cheswick.
I want to make a soundbite because I'm pretty good at doing that voice. I want to make water doesn't stick to a ball, y'all.
You pathetic, losing,
no.
ball-sucking, ballless bitch boy.
It could be the Desert File, you know.
Go debate Jaron. They're here for the money. Go debate Potato Head. She's here for the money.
Sorry, it's Potato Head Patricia Steer.
Potato Head.
Oh.
I've never heard her called that. That's pretty good.
Yeah, he's
flat.
What? Why is she called Potato Head?
She runs a show called Flat Earth and Other Hot Potatoes.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's why he's calling her Potato Head.
Which you can always see Mark Sargent doing puppy dog eyes at her in. It's funny. I mean, have you ever seen a guy so deep in the friend zone?
God, I'd love for them to just get it on, be married, just say fuck the world.
Yeah, he wants it so badly.
Flat. We're the flat Earth power couple.
I mean,
He's so far in the friend zone, he's on the other side of the plate.
In that video, there's a bit where she's trying on his hat like whilst they're recording, and the way he's looking at her, it's just like pure adoration.
Oh, you know he is never going to wash that hat or wear it again. He may lay in bed and sniff it.
Yeah.
Oh, I
might just like put it in his midsection and like wrap it around like a banana fucking canoe.
He's never gonna hit that.
Oh no.
No, he fucked up. He fucked up big time. You know, as a guy who gets around and talks to chicks, I can tell you, you don't do what he does. You don't go after. You don't try to use your own like badassness to try to get the girl. You know, like if you watch that video where she's like, yeah, I go out and I don't really get any recognition. The best thing to do is be humble and be like, yeah, you know, Dad, me too. You know, not just turn around and go, oh, well, unfortunately for me, I go out and everybody recognizes me. It's like everybody can fucking read my shirt that says I am Mark Sargent or something.
Yeah, I think again, when we all go to Texas, we all have to wear shirts that say I am Mark Sargent.
No. I am not Mark Sargent.
Oh, no, I just think that I am Mark Sargent would be funnier.
I'll sell shirts that say I am not Mark Sargent. Half the flat earthers will buy it.
Yeah, because most of them think he's CIA, right?
I got a new T-shirt today. Is there a way I can share my screen?
Yeah, just like any other time.
Ion meets.
I don't know how that fucking works.
It won't show to the audience, so.
Hey, Fight the Flat Earth, I have a question for you because you've bought some merchandise from Teespring. Is that correct?
Yeah.
How good is the quality?
Really, really good, actually.
Nice.
I'm wearing one right now, and they're good fitting T-shirts. They're good quality. You know, the stitching is they're decent.
Okay, I'll have shirts starting next week for people.
Hey
I got
guys,
a lot of requests for it. So
read the shirt that Schrodinger's cat's holding up.
Oh, I like that. That's a really cool shirt.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Yep, that came today.
Nice.
Yep.
Right, more stupid.
Bait Mark Sargent. He's here for the money, and they're all a bunch of shills on the same side you are, you stupid son of a bitch. I ain't here for money. I'm here for the observable facts and reality. You can deny reality.
Show how stupid I am.
Wait, stop. He's not here for the money. He's here for the observable facts and proof. Then why do you continually deny them?
Yeah.
And he's so mad about it.
I know. He's really mad at me. Really mad at me. I seem to have an effect on flat earthers. We're currently at 94 videos about me by flat earthers. And that's like nearly twice as many as I've got on my channel.
You have some dedicated fans.
Yeah, I mean, like Mr. Cheswick, it might as well be my second channel. It's fantastic. Like he
Craig,
put that...
I recommend that you get like at least a potato peeler and like keep it with you at all times.
Mr. Cheswick, he did a video and it had some music that had a sample of my voice in, and I was like, oh, I'm going to take that, thanks. And now he's like saying that he's trolled me because he never wrote that music. Well, that's not the point, really. It's the fact that purely by mentioning the fact that I'm going to steal that song, you then made another video about me. And I will remind people that a couple of weeks ago, he made a big song and dance about how he's never going to make videos about me again or ever speak to me on YouTube. We're now 5 videos about me since then.
Sounds like the Daniel Pratt shit I was dealing with.
Yeah, Craig, just say it with me. Dance clown.
Dance clown, yeah. No, he's my puppet. He is my plaything.
Just remember, Craig, if you have a baseball bat, make sure you have a glove with you. Your lawyer will thank me later.
I did show the check where AT2 Productions is paying me.
All you want, but you can't disprove it.
I can.
That's all there is to. Look at them clouds right over there. They're not all lit up like that one right there. That's closest to where the sun made its exit.
Oh,
the sun made its exit.
Where did it exit to? Like it was exit means it was here, and now it's not because it
don't you
exited.
understand? There's a door. It opens the door and then it leaves, and then the
Pac-Man door. I totally forgot about the Pac-Man door.
Waka waka
waka waka waka.
It all makes sense now. I mean, I still want to just bring this up. It's the simple fact that there will never be a sunset on a flat Earth. Just never.
It wouldn't, because parallel lines don't cross.
Yeah, and then they say, oh, there'll be mountains and stuff in the way. Will you tell me which mountain is 3,000 miles high, you dick?
Hold on. That's bullshit, because it happens over the ocean as well. So there are no obstructions on the ocean except for the horizon.
Yeah. Oh, but then they say, oh, there must be some waves and stuff.
Bad news, guys. I figured out a flat Earth model that'll let the sun set.
Are you trying to ruin us, Bob?
No, I really did.
All right, how does it work then? How do you get a sunset on a flat Earth?
Watch the video.
Oh, okay. Teasing me.
Dun, dun, dun.
If the sun was 93 million miles away, the claim all them clouds would have the same illumination gathering of the light that the sun emits. Fool.
I mean,
I will give you a hint. Figure out how you're going to get 2 celestial poles on a flat Earth. What would the shape of the firmament have to be?
The shape of a stripper.
Nice try.
How are you going to get a monopole?
It would have to be a tesseract.
No,
or something.
we have 2 observed celestial poles. So how are you going to make the dome create that? There's only one way.
Yeah, but if the Earth is flat, how do you get a monopole?
What do you mean by a monopole?
Well, you have the North Pole, and then you have the Southern Celestial Pole.
Yeah, he's talking about 2 different. He's not talking about actual magnetism here. He's talking about the visual north and south celestial poles.
I mean, the only way would be if the dome was moving in different sections.
Then how do you get a north and south pole with one side? I mean, I know in quantum theory, there's a theoretical one-sided monopole. Well,
there you go.
Bipole with one side. How do you get a bipole with one side? Is what I'm asking.
You know, I'm with demonic Davros. Boobs. That's how.
Yeah, boobs win.
Hey, Bob, what was that shape that it needed to be?
I'm a simple man.
I've been curious as to if this was even a physical possible shape they could make that would recreate a due east, due west equatorial traverse.
Oh,
I mean, the dome would have to have like
if the dome is a sphere surrounding the flat Earth, both above and below it.
And that's another question I have, because they ask, well, why doesn't the pilot have to dip his nose down? Well, if you're doing, why doesn't the pilot have to dip his nose east or west?
Yeah,
don't pick me. I'm never so smart.
It's the same question.
Yeah.
Here's a simple experiment you can try. In fact, you can go look at my videos. I've done it.
Pay attention,
Put a
guys.
flashlight behind a sheet real close and see the hot spot. Move it back and watch the entire sheet start to gather.
False equivalency there in Rem.
Yeah.
A flashlight is a point source. The sun is not.
Yeah, parallel rays versus
diverging. Yeah, diverging rays.
The illumination given off by the flashlight.
That's also why we know 100% for sure that the sun is larger than the Earth, because everybody on one half of, like, everybody along a terminator line from the North Pole to the South Pole will always see the sun rays at the same elevation, angular elevation off of the off of due east, and well, for the sunrise due east, for sunset due west. During the solstices, they're at -23 and 23.5 degrees, and during the equinoxes, it's at 0 degree or due east. You know, but this is how we know that. This is how we know the sun's bigger than the Earth. There's no way to make this observation without the sun being bigger than the Earth. And then once we can make that, once we can clear that up, we can kind of start getting a definition of how far away it is. Even if we say, okay, we know that it's 25,000 miles from the North Pole to the South Pole, and we can all see the sun in this position, and it's 0.52, degrees of angular size in the sky. Well, you can kind of start building how far away and how big the sun is just based on that. And then, but you're still going to be wrong because you're on a flat Earth. But at least at that point, everybody will be seeing the sun in the same spot because it's large. You're all looking at the sun regardless of whether you want to or not. It's not small and local in a different position. It's actually really big and far away, and you're all just looking at it at a great distance.
Yeah.
And they just ignore this.
Yeah, well, they ignore most things that doesn't match what they want reality to be. Right, anyway, let's bash on with this.
Fucking idiot.
Ding.
You don't want to go measure because you are afraid of what you will find. You call me a coward? You ballast
Because
bitch.
you are.
Wait. Go back. I want to hear that word.
I ain't a coward.
The ball of what?
And see the hot spot. Move it back and watch the entire sheet start to gather. The illumination given off by the flashlight. You fucking idiot.
Ding.
You don't want to go measure because you are afraid of what you will find. You call me a coward? You ballast bitch.
Ballless bitch.
I ain't a coward. That's the last thing I am.
Providing evidence.
Yeah.
And
I'm always on the lookout for new
It takes so long to talk.
Well, and here's the thing. I prefer
And
my
this
bitches
is
to
the
be
only
ballless,
video-
but they can have a rather nice set of globes. I'll take that.
Bags of fun,
I
huh?
prefer fake.
I'm directing towards you. Fight the flat earth, retard.
Oh, I'm a retard. I'm a fool.
You can't even fucking talk right. I heard about 3 fucking words out of your mouth, and I knew you were stupid.
Stop.
He heard 3 words out of my mouth and knew that I was... I mean, do people hear the way he talks, right? You all hear that, yeah?
In Rem, we only needed to hear 1 syllable from you.
Well, the problem is, it takes him 5 minutes to say 3 words.
Yeah, this video would have probably been 5 minutes long if he'd actually just, said it all in one go.
I speak faster.
Invalid, trying to collect money from the people.
People, yes. Thank you to my patrons, by the way. I really appreciate your support. In Rem doesn't. He hates it.
See that cloud right there? It's all lit up, but you come over here and it's not. That cloud is closer to where the sun went.
Seriously, like, how big is that cloud? Like, probably like half a mile long. And he's saying that this one side of that is so much close. So, like, how close does he actually think the sun is?
The sun is hiding in the closet.
Like, he literally thinks it's in that cloud there, doesn't he? Like, he actually thinks the sun is right there.
It's like when I asked the guy the other day, that Flat Earth fucker, which post is leaning toward you and which one's leaning away from you. And he had no idea.
Yeah.
Because it was negligible.
But you should definitely be able to see that from 60 miles away.
Right. It was like I was 30 feet away when I took that picture. And he said that he would see a building leaning away from him at 60 miles. And so I took the picture of the 2 posts, and I even measured how far they were leaning and said, and took the picture and said, which one's leaning toward you? And he had no fucking idea.
You know, when you did that, I was thinking to myself how you could have modeled that a little bit better. You could have actually like gone, taken the angular size of the Sears Tower at 60 miles away, and then got far enough so that the posts were the same angular size, and that way the distinction in the 1 degree would have been even harder for him to denote. What you gave him was something that was so easy to see.
Yeah.
And it was hard to see it.
And he still couldn't.
It was so much easier than seeing a building that has an angular resolution of 1 degree tilting away at 1 degree. You know,
I knew that he would have no idea. And the thing was, the one leaning toward him was, the one leaning away from him was 3 degrees.
Yeah, it was,
instead of 1.
We see less than 1 degree of like 60 miles, and yet he couldn't tell the 3.
But you got to trust your senses.
Oh yeah, our senses are so good.
And then the pictures, which one was modified, he had no idea.
Guys, I've just had a really important question from the chat. I think we all need to address this. It is, how do you go down on a female midget? Seriously.
Very carefully. Wear a back brace so you don't throw something out.
There you go, General Shady. There's your answer. Wear a back brace.
My answer would be halfway as far as
overhead. Do I know how high the sun is? No. Do I know what the sun actually is? No.
Well, we do. It's 93 million miles away, and it's a massive ball of plasma with a nuclear fusion core.
Well, I was going to say, yeah.
It's kind of amazing. If you actually follow the science in Rem, you can get the answers to those questions.
Or fuck the science, you can just ask Google, literally. Right.
You know that anybody can literally take you can take a basic prism and you can measure the spectrum of the light coming from the sun, the spectrum of the light coming from the moon. Yeah. They're the same.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, Google, how far away is the sun?
Like everything that we say matches up.
149.6 million kilometers from Earth.
Right, so Google knows. Why doesn't he?
because
Yeah,
he's
but
a
it's not
fucking
Jugal.
idiot.
Oh god, I didn't use Jugal. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And I don't claim to. But you
I
want to
wonder if they're
believe it's
gonna make
93
Google has a
million
central
miles away
processing unit.
in the emptiness of space, because space ain't actually a vacuum, it's just empty, void of matter.
First thing he said
Wait,
right.
wait, stop.
First thing he said right all along. Yes,
No.
space isn't vacuum isn't a perfect vacuum. There is actually a small amount of pressure inside of the vacuum.
Yeah, but then he went on
nailed
to
it.
say that it's not space, it's just a void. So he wasn't really getting it right.
He's half right.
Yeah.
He was correct that it's not a vacuum, but
It's
he's
just
still
wrong.
Nuh-uh.
Nuh-uh.
Is all the heavier gases, everything's a gas, even water's a gas. It's just everything except land and iron and stuff like that is gas.
So everything
Steel
is
not a
gas apart from the stuff that isn't. Does everyone get that? That's quite important, I think.
Which part?
The part that everything is gas apart from those things that aren't.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no shit. I think we met Sherlock here. Sherlock, is that you?
Oh, let's see what his actual point is.
Liquids are gas. They're just a dense form of it.
Wait,
But how
so
dense is a flat Earth?
liquids are a gas, just a dense form of it. That's not.
Like
Um,
how does it have to be?
That's not right.
That it's not even wrong.
It's so wrong. It's not wrong. I mean, the air is our atmosphere is a fluid, in the same way that water is a fluid, but fluids aren't just more dense gas. Oh my fucking god!
It's breaking my brain.
Yeah.
That's why they call gasoline gas, fool.
No.
Wait. Gasoline is an oil-based. It's oil with like petroleum and stuff in, right? And it's called gasoline. Oh fucking hell! Anyone else want to comment on that?
Yeah, I got a comment on that.
Go on then. Perfect.
Damn, you are so stupid.
I
You're
got
the
something
dumbest
now.
fucking ball earther out there. You're making a real mistake fucking with me, bitch boy.
Oh boy, it's down now. He's putting up the fist.
I've made him mad.
He's gonna go fisticuffs on you, man.
I know. He's still taking 5 minutes to come up with his next
That's why
sentence.
water lays flat.
He's flat.
Because all of the
Like
other
you-
gases that are lighter than it, their density bring them down on top of the water, and it creates a water line, not a water curve, water line.
Oh, it's not a horizon. It's,
Wait a minute.
Oh.
I'm gonna do the word game.
Wait. Is he trying to equate the water line of a boat to the horizon to ergo everything is flat and level?
I think so. I think he's trying to say how the water line is created because of the gases above pushing down on the water.
That's not how that works.
You know what? I would love to take him on a trip. Let's take him on some sea trials after a good dry dock period on a carrier. Take him to one of the sponsons off of either elevators 3 or 4. Give him a rope to hang on to, and then throw him in and be like, "How's that water line? Tell me what it looks like."
Oh man,
We're
frankly,
gonna go a different direction with the rope.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be on any vessel that he's on, because in the grand scheme of things, in an emergency on any kind of vessel, you have to rely on other people.
No, see, that's why we use him as a modified depth finder.
Ah, perfect. He does have uses.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard that term, retard?
So there's two of us looking at.
What was that, Cliff?
Next word.
I was saying that you and I could both escort him so that he's got two people looking at him.
Yep, there he is, floating away.
Well,
That's an
I'll tell
opening
you,
in the
somebody's got
clouds.
to take off their
That's where the
mask
sun
first.
is. It's right over there.
Like, it's like he's forgotten what he was talking about.
Is this still playing?
Yeah, it's playing. Yep, he's forgotten words.
You can't talk while making observations. You'll scare the.
Look at that opening. Up there, it ain't super illuminated and gathering the orange and shit of the intensity of the sun.
Yeah, that's because there's no clouds in that opening to reflect the fucking light, you mongoloid.
It's called an opening.
Do you see the red scattering to the right?
Yeah.
So, what the fuck is he talking about?
I don't think he knows.
Over there, it's not.
He doesn't know.
Yes, it is. We just pointed it out.
Can he explain why those clouds floating?
No, he can't.
It's floatity.
Oh, yes, the opposite of droppity.
Yep.
I almost thought that bringing my P900 this week was a wasted time because we've had some super foul weather. But this is a beautiful observation of Mother Nature and reality presenting itself. Observative facts. Not facts.
Observative facts.
Oh, hold on. Let's see how he might be smart enough to make up 2 words in one video. Let me check. What was the word?
Observative. He just said.
Observative. Okay. Let's see. Oh well. Yeah. So it is a word, but I don't think he's using it right. I can explain you as an observative person.
Right.
You're someone who makes observations.
Yeah, that's not
what was the.
That's not how he's using it.
Adjective, or did he use it as a noun or an adverb?
I don't think he understands the meaning of those terms, so it wouldn't matter.
But he didn't make it up, but he did make the definition up.
Yeah.
Rhetoric and hogwash and formulas and effects and theories.
Shit,
He just like hit every flat Earth note there, didn't he?
So he's going to deny everything that could potentially have any explanatory power about reality and what?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Bitch? What does bitch have to do with this?
You caught him perfect. Like the other one, he was like rhetoric. Now you're like, yeah. Like every time he starts to talk, it has to start off with some demonic
with that
pronunciation.
I'm done talking to you. You're a fool. You still understand because you don't know what the word is. You don't comprehend shit. You understand.
Oh, don't you speak about words you don't understand.
Yeah, you don't even know how to use words.
I don't understand.
No, we know you don't understand. No, you don't.
I comprehend reality real well.
Does anybody agree with that statement?
That's real good. You know, if you're going to fuck it up, you might as well use bad grammar with it, too.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
I wonder how he types
So go
comments.
fuck yourself, you ignorant son of a bitch and ball-sucking bitch boy.
Question, point of order.
Here to make
Point of
money.
order. How can you be ballless and ball-sucking at the same time?
Yeah, it's a good point. There's another contradiction.
That's my job, is to just put out these words of wisdom once in a while. I'm a college guy.
We've almost got a demon mask up there.
What?
Sorry, did he just say we've got a demon mask up there? I heard that, right?
I mean, I did Paradolia pretty good.
Yeah, I can't.
But I don't see it.
No. Anyone make out a demon mask anywhere?
Let's look at the 2 eyes, or the 2 yellow spots on the screen as being eyes with the one on the right.
Oh yeah, okay, now I see it. It's like it's like someone wearing like some kind of superhero mask almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really huge eyes.
Yeah. Now I can't unsee it. I'm fucking terrified.
That's actually scary.
coming into view.
It's like,
It could actually
see you.
represent 10% of his entire head, and that'd be weird.
Yeah.
Why is he looking at us?
It's the demon pig. Just be okay. It's the happy demon pig. You'll
Anyway, you're wasting your time asking me for a debate, retard.
I know I am. No, you
I
can't.
present reality as reality presents itself to us.
Yeah, and what you presented here is lovely, perfect proof that we live on a globe. Right?
Yeah.
These observations are completely impossible on a flat Earth.
Well,
This is nothing we don't expect to see.
I don't know what he thinks.
No.
He he doesn't think. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
You can deny reality.
Anybody can.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
The
But that
projection
don't
is
mean
strong.
reality is what you think because you deny it.
He's literally projecting and rationalizing his own
With that?
personal belief right here.
Yeah, absolutely.
I deny his
Anybody else
denial of
watching?
reality.
Have a wonderful evening.
Thanks.
Cheers, man.
How the fuck
Bitch boy.
Oh, have a wonderful
flat
evening,
Earth,
you bitch boy.
Have a
Fuck
wonderful
yourself
evening.
and your
But
debate.
everything before that was like, you fucking punk, ballless, ball licking, sucking, punk ass bitch. I don't miss you.
He's creative.
Well, I think that we have a take-home lesson from this video this evening.
And what's that?
Don't drink and make a video.
I think it should be don't drink pure alcohol.
Pure alcohol, yeah.
Don't drink turpentine.
Bob, I take it you have not witnessed any of the movie night episodes on Sci-Strike's channel?
Right.
No, actually, I have not.
Or the Veterans channel.
Alcohol is a requirement there because the amount of stupid that we deal with.
Yes, but we're not making the videos. We're suffering through them. That's a good excuse for alcohol.
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't really drink. Literally, the only time I drink is when I'm speaking to a flat earther and I need tequila to get through it.
I don't drink either.
Think you're allowed to show up on the Veterans channel if you don't drink.
Let's go.
I don't drink. But when I watch
some
flat Earth
physical.
videos, I literally hook up an alcohol IV.
Right. Like, let's see what the last 45 seconds he's got
I
to say
actually
is.
started somebody on an alcohol IV once.
Curvature of water.
Yes, there is curvature.
Salt flat. Whatever.
That's my best Dell impression.
I'm done.
You're done.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bitch boy. The rest of you guys all have a good evening.
Oh, everyone else has had a good evening, but not me.
See
Oh,
ya.
time gone.
Be well, my friends. You be well too.
He's spent a whole
Fight the
minute
flat
saying
Earth
bye.
fool.
Yeah.
I wish no harm to anybody.
Yes, separations issue.
Wish no ill fate to anybody.
Bye.
But you're an idiot. With that, see you later.
Right.
Bye-bye.
All right. So from the live chat, Jack Daniels, don't drink, unsubscribe.
Jack Daniels has to say that, right?
All right. Okay.
I just want to say one thing.
But look on the bright side. I've driven many flat earthers to drink, so therefore, in the entropy of alcoholism, we're still on the plus side here.
Yeah, we're still winning.
True. So, Bob, the science guy, I kind of have to pronounce your name in Dutch because there's a guy in the chat called AA Anarchy, and he wants to hear it in Dutch. It's Bob.
Bob.
Oh, wait. Did you just call him Bob?
Bob. Bob, the science guy.
Okay, right.
Like bop him on the head?
That's how the Dutch pronounce it.
Going to go through some super chats that
You
we've
want
had
to know how the
tonight.
Swiss pronounce it?
Yeah.
Bob.
Bob.
Yeah, you fell right into that. German and Dutch are kind of close. They say it the same way.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right, super chats. So we got up to that one last time. $4.99 from Jen Morgan. FTFE, we love and adore you. Well, kinda. I mean, we do, but glad you're back, mister. Damn the torpedoes, full speed ahead. Thanks, Jen. Rapid X
He would really loved if you gave him $10.
Rapid X €2.29. You demand, Craig. Thank you. $6.66 from Jonathan J. Hammersticks. Hail Satan. Texas won't be as bad as you think. Yep, everyone hail Satan. Fletcher Eiler, $5. Glad you're able to stream again, bro. Keep up the good work. Yep, I'm really happy. If you guys don't know what happened, obviously I was porn bombed and lost the ability to stream and had a community strike. Woke up this morning with an email from YouTube saying I have unlocked live streaming. Logged on to find my strike has gone. So all good.
Nice.
$2 from Paul Reap, Flat Earthers and Weather, Gur. Yes, they don't understand anything. $5 from Thomas Miller. Thank you guys for making this community amazing. Yeah, this community is absolutely incredible. It's literally my favourite thing in the world. I love it. £2 from Tal Sarno. Bob the Science Guy wants to join in. Yeah, we got you in. And then £2 more saying slow mode, please. $2 from William Signs. Put in rem in a car on a road with hairpin turns. Well, no, because other people will be on the road and that would be really dangerous.
And
if somebody like me is going to have to go get him.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're in the car with him, you have to smell him too. He probably doesn't shower. He's a flat earther.
Aye, well.
Put him in the doggy thing behind the trailer.
Paul Reap, $2 says Bob. He ate too many shrooms. And £2 from Loz Baker. Good to see you back, dude. Thank you very much, guys, for the super chats. Really, really appreciate it. Like I said, all the super chats that I get will go towards my fund for going to Texas in November.
Yes.
So, team, what's the plan for that?
Still working out all the details. Again, I'm just I'm in the process of reaching out to them and trying to organize a peaceful and invited opportunity to be there. But regardless, we will be in Dallas November 14th, and I think it's 14th or 15th or 15th through 16th. While I have you here, Fight the Flat Earth, I was talking to Greater Sapien earlier today about this, and I kind of want to extend their conference by one day and having our conference the day after there. So maybe we can catch people like Jaron or a few of the other flat earthers that are more prominent that may have panels or things to do during the Flat Earth conference, but might not have anything planned the next day. So if you catch them early enough and you get them to commit them when they're buying their plane tickets, they can buy them to return on Sunday instead of Saturday. But that's the.
So you want us to hold our own conference as well?
I'm sorry?
Did you say you want for us to hold our own conference?
Not necessarily hold our own conference. It would still be considered a conference, but maybe rent out like a banquet room. Yeah, a banquet room and have a full day worth of activities planned there for anybody that's down at the Flat Earth conference. Maybe we can get a bunch of people to come down who live in the Southwest or whatnot, anywhere in the United States. Really, it's a 8 to 10 hour drive, so it's.
But if anyone comes down, then we'll make it a worthwhile day for them, won't we? I think it'd be great to have a bunch of us doing something together.
You're doing it November 15th.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why?
Because that's when the Flat Earth conference is.
Yeah, but that's a dumb time to do it.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're trying to take advantage of this opportunity, and we can't really tell them when to host their conference.
So they schedule it opening day of deer season and the first weekend of deer season. That's going to kind of suck.
And about deer season because I shoot deer in the face.
That's a sin against nature, man.
Yeah.
They close schools on November 15th up here.
Most flat earthers are hippie. Tree huggers. They don't understand what deer season is. When you tell them deer season, they think that's like the season that the deer are celebrated and everybody worships and does deer dances and stuff like that. That's what they think.
Oh, that's kind of what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it is, right?
Right.
Here, Bucky.
Let's get this all wrapped up so that we can let Jared get on with Veterans Talk Weekly. Thanks for delaying that for me. Sorry. And again, guys, thank you for joining and sorry for the technical issues. Let's just go through the panel. Show yourselves out. Start with you, Radical.
Wait, you're going to start with me. Well, I'm Radical, the Honored Hell at Night, and I do stuff. Mostly sillies. I slap them around and they shoot stuff at me, I think.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I think your accent is just enough to get anyone to subscribe, to be honest.
I just have to say one thing. Before you go to Texas, I want to hear a yeehaw.
Yeehaw!
Yeehaw!
I'm going to have to teach you how to do that right. Guys? I'm going to have to teach everybody how to do that properly.
Oh, yeah, definitely. All right, Schrodinger, do you want to show yourself out?
Yes, I do. I do hope that I can go to Texas, to Dallas, and I want to challenge Fight the Flat Earth. You said damn the torpedoes. Who said that?
Someone in the chat.
That was a super chat.
Yeah.
Jen Morgan.
Hey,
Jen Morgan.
yeah, yes, but what historical reference was it?
Correct.
Oh,
I know.
I'm going to have to Google that.
Taking too long.
Sorry.
Well,
would you like his first name?
Well, hang on, Bob. Hang on, Bob. While I would expect Craig to not know it right away, Twinkie, you're kind of disappointing me on it.
Yeah, come on.
Oh, you're asking me?
Torpedoes, full speed ahead.
I didn't realize you were asking me. I thought you were asking Fight the Flat Earth. Is it
anybody?
David Farragut.
There you go.
I just Googled it.
I knew you could do it.
I was trying to come up. I was
You know
trying
what his
to come up
first name
with a
was?
catchy. Yeah.
Oh.
What was his first
Commodore.
name?
Yeah. All right.
Commodore.
Bob, do you want to show yourself out?
Okay.
Well,
look at my channel. I'm gonna make a video this weekend about the Morgile.
Oh, nice.
I've got tons of stuff to quibble with him about.
Yeah. All right.
Just give him a couple of pills, he'll show up.
Yeah, everyone check out Schrodinger's cat. All right, Bob, do you want to show yourself out?
well, I'm Bob the Science Guy, and I'm just a nice guy that tells it like it is and tries to get along with everybody because I'm nice.
You got good shit.
I'm sorry, but that actually sounded pretty evil. The I'm nice. It's like the I'm nice, but don't you dare fucking cross me.
Craig, I'm an American. I'm a very nice person until you piss me off, and then I'm a very bad person. So.
Oh, Jared, do you want to show yourself out?
Well, this was definitely quite the night, and honestly, while I know many are expecting and probably looking forward to the Veterans Talk Weekly, I started dozing off because of In Rem, and I definitely need to try to catch up on some sleep. So we're not going to do it tonight, but it will be rescheduled for tomorrow evening.
Cool. No worries.
Yeah.
I'll be to that.
That works for me too.
Yeah, I can go to bed. Guys, thank you very much for joining me tonight. This has been my return to streaming, and I am absolutely over the moon that you could all be here with me. Thank you very much to my panel, and we will see you soon. And remember, stupidity is not a right. Fight the flat earth.
We're living on a disk, floating through space, with a tiny sun.